We're going to Rogers Center for one of the biggest games of our season. This is Game 5 of the 2017 World Series between the Chicago Cubs and the Toronto Blue Jays. And our man, Drew Smyly, is getting the start today against the Cubs. And he has the weight of the world on his shoulders here. We need to win this game in order to win a championship. But today, we're going to face the Cubs lineup. They have Lorenzo Cain, Jason Hammel, Anthony Rizzo, Kyle Schwarber, a whole bunch of great hitters. And obviously, our man, Drew Smyly, taking the mound today. He's 1-0 in the playoffs, a .55 ERA, very good on the postseason. He can maybe shut down these Cubs and win the World Series for the Jays tonight. But right now, Lorenzo Cain is going to start off with a leadoff single right down the middle. He's going to go and steal second. So now Lorenzo Cain is on second base to start this game. But right here, Jason Hammel is going to go and strike out by Drew Smyly, the first out of this inning. So Drew Smyly, already his first strikeout. Now he's facing Anthony Rizzo. He's going to hit this one right to Will Myers for the second out of this inning. So that means Lorenzo Cain's on third base. But right there, our man Kyle Schwarber gets struck out by Drew Smyly, and that's going to end the inning right there. So we avoid the threat of third base of Lorenzo Cain on third base right there. But now we're going in to the bottom of the first inning, and we have our lineup to deal with. And our lineup is one of the greatest in baseball right now. We have Gerard Dyson, Will Myers, Josh Donaldson, AL MVP Edwin Encarnacion, and a whole bunch of other great hitters facing Jason Hammel, a 34-year-old. Maybe we can go and crack him and win the World Series tonight. Who knows? But right now we have Gerard Dyson leading us off today. He hasn't really gotten too many hits in the postseason. But right here he's going to go and get a single right down the middle to lead off the game. So a leadoff single for Gerard Dyson. A little bit different from last time. But right here, Gerard's going to go and take second on that steal. You know Gerard Dyson's going to go and steal almost every play. So we have a man on second with 2 outs for Edwin, but Edwin's going to hit this one right to the shortstop, and Addison Russell makes a perfect play and throws Edwin out of first base. What kind of a play was that by Addison Russell? That was insanely good. Highlight reel kind of stuff from Addison Russell, but regardless, we're going into the top of the second inning. I'll do that impressive play by Addison Russell to throw Edwin Encarnacion, but right here we're going to start off with a strikeout by Drew Smyly on Chris Bryant somehow. So Chris Bryant struck out right there, but so now 1 out here in this inning, top of the second, as they hit this one right in the right field, but Colby Rasmus, that hangs up way too much, and Colby gets the out right there for the second of this inning. So 2 outs here in this inning, 1-1 count, and they hit this one right down the middle for another single. So another single for the Cubs. Now there's a man up first. Right here, they hit this one right deep in the left center field. Now it's going back, and that one's going to go over Kevin Pillar, and they're going to reach third on that one, and they're coming home. Can they score the first run of this game? And they will. So the Cubs cashing on that RBI double, and now it's a 1-0 lead here for the Cubs in the top of the second inning. But a man on second here, we're going to strike out the very next batter, Ben Zobrist, to end the inning right there. So we're here in this inning, bottom of the second, as Adrian Gonzalez hit this one right down the middle, and we're going to finally get on base here. So somehow Adrian Gonzalez gets on base, and now there's a man on first and 1 out for Colby Rasmus, who's going to drill this one right in the right field. That's going to be another single. So back-to-back singles by the Blue Jays. And now it's going to bring up our catcher, Russell Martin, who's not played well at all in the playoffs. And he's going to go and ground out right into a double play. And that's going to end the inning right there. So Russell Martin, he blows an opportunity to score a run there as we have a man on second base. And we're still losing. Is it 1-0 here going into the top of the third inning? Right here, I'm going to go and strike out Lorenzo Cain to lead off this inning for the Blue Jays. So Drew Smyly, a few strikeouts already on the day. So 1-0 here in this inning, 1-0 count. And they get this one high in the air in the infield. And that's going to be the second out of this inning. I'm going to go and walk the very next batter there. And so they finally have a man on this inning. So a man on, 2 outs here in this inning. But they're going to go and strike out on the very next pitch. And that's going to end that inning right there. So we go and leave a man out first, but we're going into the bottom of the third inning. We already have an error, but it doesn't really matter too much, as we have 1 out with Gerard Dyson up. He's hit this one right in the left field, but that goes off the left fielder's glove, and that's going to be a single for Gerard Dyson. So a close play, but we get a single off of it. Right here we have Josh Donaldson up. He's hit this one high in the air in foul territory, but it's going to be caught by Jason Hayward, and that's going to end that inning right there. So we blow it again with a man on base. So going to the top of the fourth inning, 2-2 count here for Chris Bryant. He's going to strike out on that four-seam fastball right down the middle for the first out of this inning. So 1 out here in this inning, 1-1 count. This one high in the air in foul territory. Donaldson's going back, and he's obviously going to make the catch for the second out. So now you have a man on here, 2 outs here in this inning, but they hit this one high and deep in the air to left center field, and that's going to be caught by Gerard Dyson to end that inning right there. So we're going into the bottom of the fourth inning, 1 out here for Tulowitzki. He's going to drive this one right down the middle into center field, and that's going to be a base hit. So Tulo finally gets on base here in this game, as we have a man on first for Adrian Gonzalez. But he's going to drive this one deep in the air in the center field, but that's obviously going to be a fly out. So now there's 2 outs here in this inning with Tulo on first base, and we have Colby Rasmus up, 1 for 1 so far. But Colby's going to drive this one deep into right field. That one's going back, and that one is going to be gone. So Colby Rasmus homers a 2-run shot straight to right field, and now we take the lead to make it a 2-1 game. You know Colby Rasmus is going to hit a few home runs in this postseason. Here he does. Colby Rasmus has been one of our most consistent hitters in this entire postseason. Maybe he could get World Series MVP or even postseason MVP. But right there, that's Colby Rasmus's 4th home run of the postseason, a 351-footer straight to right field. Now we lead 2-1 here for in this game. But right here, our man Russell Martin's going to drive this one deep into center field, but that's going to be caught by the center fielder, Lorenzo Cain, to end the inning right there. Going into the top of the 5th inning, an 0-1 count here. Is it going to drive this one right at Donaldson? Donaldson makes the perfect defensive play right there, catching that one in a diving action. So Donaldson, he makes so many great defensive plays every game, and that's one of them. But right here, they ground out right to our man to the left shortstop for the 2nd out of this inning. So now there's 2 outs in this inning in the top of the 5th inning for the Cubs. Not really getting anything done here. It's going to ground out right to Donaldson. He's going to throw it to first base to end that inning right there. So another bad inning by the Cubs. A great defensive inning by Josh Donaldson and Drew Smyly, as we're finally have a lead here in this game. And he have 6 hits, they have 3. Our team's doing very well right here. But right here, bottom of the 5th inning, Kevin Pillar up. He's going to drive this one deep into right field. That one's going back. That was going to get off the wall as they dive and miss that one. So Jason Hayward, he messes up right there, as Kevin Pillar, he's rounding 2nd. He's going for 3rd, and he will easily get a stand-up triple. So Kevin Pillar, a stand-up triple here off that Jason Hayward error. I don't know why he went diving for that one. That was pretty stupid. But here, draw Dyson up. He's going to go strike out on that curveball out of the zone, the 1st of this inning. Wilmar's going to go strike out on another curveball out of the zone for the 2nd of this inning. And Donald's going to drive this one in the shallow territory. That's going to be 3 straight outs as we leave a man on 3rd base. That is terrible. We could have cashed in on that RBI situation, but we did not. This is still now a 2-1 game here. But going into the top of the 6th inning, it's one deep to right field, but Colby Rasmus misses that catch, and that's going to be a stand-up double. So Colby Rasmus has an error right there as they have a stand-up double. But right here, they're going to drive this one deep in the right center field, but Kevin Pillar cannot get to that one, and they're going to go running to home. Can they score off this double? And they will. So you mess up once again as they score to make it a 2-2 game here, a tie ball game here in the top of the 6th inning. Top of the 6th, man on 2nd, as Drew Smyly is going to go strike out Chris Bryant for the 3rd time today. He's going to strike out the very next batter, Jorge Soler, for the 2nd out of this inning. So Drew Smyly doing really, very well right here as Aston Russell's coming up. Man on 2nd, 2 outs in this inning. But Russell's going to drive this one right at Donaldson, and that's going to be a ground out to end this inning right there. So the Cubs, they strand a man on 2nd base. So they have Tulo up here, bottom of the 6th inning. He's driving this one right past Chris Bryant for a single. So you have a man on here, 1 out here for Adrian Gonzalez. But Gonzalez is going to drive this one right into left field. That one's going right down the left field line. That means Tula's going to go and head up to 3rd base, and Adrian Gonzalez is going to go and somehow get a double off of this. So Adrian Gonzalez, precision hitting right there, hitting that one right in the gap. Now means that they take out Jason Hammel and bring in relievers. So they mess up badly. Hammel had a decent day, but they're going to bring in Justin Grimm to come and shut down our offense. A righty, right here with Colby Rasmus up. He's driving this one right in the left field, and that's going to be caught by the left fielder. And we're going to try and score off this, and we will. So we somehow score off that one, Tulo scores, and make it a 3-2 game. But right here with Russell Martin up. But he's going to drive this one right into right center field. That one's going to go and drop in the gap. Adrian Gonzalez getting around 3rd. He's going to score, and Russell Martin's going to get a stand-up double on that. So precision hitting by Russell Martin finally gets a hit in this game as we have Kevin Pillar up. But Kevin's going to drive this one right into right center field, and that's going to be caught by Jason Hayward to end the inning right there. So we finally score a few runs, and we finally get a 2-run lead here in a 4-2 game. But right here, we're going into the top of the 7th inning, as we're going to get a strikeout by Drew Smyly to lead off this inning. We're going to get a fly out the 2nd out. We're going to go and get a strikeout for the 3rd out as we strike out Lorenzo Cain for a 1-2-3 inning for the Blue Jays. So Drew Smyly, another effective inning. Our offense did nothing in the bottom of the 7th, so we're going to go into the top of the 8th inning. We're going to bring in Drew Storm to come and shut down these Cubbies, and he will. He strikes out Jason Hayward for the 1st of this inning. He's going to strike out Anthony Rizzo for the 2nd of this inning on that sinker out of the zone, and he's going to go and strike out the very next batter to end the inning right there. So Kyle Schwarber sits down as the Blue Jays are going into the bottom of the 8th inning with a 2-run lead here. We have Edwin up. He's going to go in and get walked on that wild pitch. It was a 3-2 count. And so we have the man on 1st with Tulo up. But Tulo's going to go and get a wild pitch, and Edwin's going to move up to 2nd base on a slide. So a very close play at 2nd base, as now we have Edwin in scoring position here with 0 outs for Tulo. But Tulo's going to ground out right to Addison Russell, and that's going to be the 1st out of this inning. So a man on 2nd with 1 out here in this inning for Adrian Gonzalez. But Gonzalez is going to pop this one way up to the catcher in foul territory for the 2nd out of this inning. So we have a man on 2nd with 2 outs here in this inning for Colby Rasmus. But Colby's going to strike out on that 4-seam fastball, and that's going to end that inning right there. But that means one thing, we're going into the top of the 9th inning. It's do or die here. We need to shut down these Cubbies and win the first World Series championship in over 20 years for the Blue Jays in Toronto. And we're bringing in the young closer, Roberto Osuna. 4 games played, 0 runs scored against him, and 4 saves. Raiders going to strike out the very first batter, Chris Bryant. 4th time he strikes out today, the first out of the sitting on that slurve. So went out here, nobody on for Jorge Soler, but Soler's going to pop this one way up in the shallow territory. That's going to come down and be caught by Colby Rasmus for the very second out of this inning. So that means only one thing. There's 1 out here left in the Cubby season with 1 man coming up. They only have 1 hope left in Addison Russell. 1 for 2 in the day, a single and a run. He needs to score here to make it a game. But Addison Russell, he's up. He's going to drive this one right in the right field. That one's going back, and that one is going to be gone. So very first pitch he's delivered, Addison Russell smokes a home run straight to right field. And now it's only a 1-run game here. They need to hit another solo shot to tie this one up and save their season. So Osuna lets up a home run to Addison Russell, his 3rd of the postseason, 378-footer straight to right field. And now it's a 1-run game here as they're bringing up pinch hitter Miguel Montero, their best hitter through the postseason, their catcher. He needs to go and save their season on a 2-2 count here. 15 pitches pitched for Osuna. Osuna's going to strike him out, and that means one thing. The Toronto Blue Jays are your 2017 World Series champions. Went through a tiring, grueling season, 152 games plus playoff games. We finally delivered our first championship to Toronto in over 20 years. Last year we failed on Game 7. We should have went and won Game 7 last year, but we did not. And we're finally bringing back justice to Toronto and win our World Series championship under all of our players that we had. We had faith in our players. We knew we could do it, and now we finally did. We need to add a few more pieces into the puzzle, and it seems like it worked. That's Toronto's 3rd championship in their franchise's history, and it's in 2017. So hopefully it happens in real life, but at least in this game mode, it's happened. So I guess I'll end this episode off right here. So make sure to like and subscribe from the Toronto Blue Jays franchise mode. And thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.